Hey everybody, as promised, I am recording for you a very short video on ABCD objectives. So objectives are a key part of the work we do as designers. They are the ABCD formula is a way to write them so that the objective accommodates and outlines all of the necessary information for the learning program to be developed. So let's break it down. The A in an ABCD objective stands for audience. It is the person, singular, the person who will be responsible for completing the objective. You know who the audience is because you've already done a learner analysis. So while the learner analysis might look at a group of people, the objective is always written in the singular. So the audience statement is the person who will be performing the objective. Audience, A. B stands for behavior. This is the hardest part of the objective to write. It is a single behavior. Try not to compound them and list more than one behavior in a single objective. It is a single behavior that your audience or your person, your learner must achieve. The behavior statement in your objective is actually your level 2 evaluation. It's what you're checking for during the training to make sure that your learner has achieved. The B is the behavior. List, describe, explain, summarize, calculate, organize. All of these words with which you're familiar. The most popular taxonomy for behavior statements is Bloom's taxonomy. You may have seen that, you may look it up, but a way to organize your thinking about how to write behavior statements, Bloom's taxonomy is a great tool for that. The behavior statement is what you are evaluating for in your objective. It's your level 2 evaluation. It becomes your level 2 evaluation. It's what the learner must demonstrate they have proficiency in order to pass or achieve the objective in your learning program. A is audience. B is behavior. C, conditions, all of the things that you're going to provide in order for that behavior to be achieved. Do you need to provide a calculator? Do you need to provide a pool stick? Do you need to provide access to instructional videos? Do you need to provide reading material? Do you need to provide a computer, a desktop, access to an electrical outlet, proper lighting? All of the things that you will provide, all of the conditions that you will set so that that behavior may be achieved. If you don't set the conditions for performance, the behavior is unlikely to occur. So conditions are anything that you must provide or must be in place, or conditions that must be set in order for your A, your audience, to achieve the B, the behavior, the objective set forth in your statement. Conditions are set for an audience to achieve your objective, to achieve the behavior in your objective. ABC, audience, behavior, condition, and finally D, degree. The degree statement specifically says the degree to which the behavior must be achieved in order to be considered successful. For example, it's not enough to say that the learner will run a mile, on a track provided with proper hydration and running sneakers, if the learner must run that mile in less than 5 minutes. Let's say in less than 15 minutes. If the learner must achieve running that mile within one effort, right? One effort under 15 minutes without stopping. What is the degree statement? What is the measure of success? What is considered successful accomplishment of the behavior? That's the degree statement. The degree statement paired with your behavior statement are your level 2 evaluation. So it's really important to take good time writing these here, because it's how we go forth and measure learning. If you remember back to Kirkpatrick's 4 levels, right? Level 1 is reaction. Level 2 is did they learn? It's exactly what you're measuring in your objective. A is audience. Who is going to perform this behavior? B is behavior. What is it that they have to demonstrate mastery of or proficiency with in order for the training to be considered successful? What conditions will you set? What will you provide in order for that behavior to be successfully achieved? And what is the degree to which that audience or that learner must perform that behavior in order for it to be considered mastered, successful, a pass? ABCD. So hopefully that helps. It's harder than it sounds, and it feels very, very clumsy as you start writing in this formula, and that's okay. Don't worry about it sounding like a poem. It doesn't need to be poetic. It just needs to be technically accurate. And the more you write these, the more graceful it will feel. And you'll think of different ways to organize the language so it reads better, or it feels less clumsy. But don't worry about that now. We're looking for technical accuracy. My recommendations are to spend as much time as you possibly can on the behavior. Really, really pick the verb, the actionable, measurable, observable verb that you want to measure in your behavior statement. That's difficult to do, and we can get really lazy with this. And you have been to classes, you've been in trainings where the objective is, understand. Well, that's not observable. Or it's, summarize in one's own words. We can get very, very lazy. So my recommendation to you is think as specifically and accurately as you possibly can in order to write a behavior that's very, very meaningful, that you or an instructor can observe, that you can measure meaningfully, and that is most likely to lead to a transfer of learning to the workplace, like setting you up for that level 3 evaluation. All right, if you have questions about that, please let me know. ABCD objectives, harder than it sounds, but you'll be brilliant once you learn how to write them. And I look forward to seeing how you do on your design plans. Thanks for listening.